I would challenge Leominster High School's art program, both visual, performing arts, to anywhere around. After what we have produced this year, and I should have had you come up and do a little Willie. No, not, okay. I begged for him to wear that to the prom, he refused. I just want to thank everybody, because the talent in this area right now is fantastic. I would be remiss if I didn't kind of talk about this outdoor space for 10 seconds. During COVID, Barry Hudson was bored, because he has nothing else to do with his life. So he decided to redo this courtyard, and there were a bunch of shrubs in that area that he ripped up, and we had a lot of volunteers come, and this has kind of been his baby. And I think it's an underutilized space, so this is kind of our space to come out and do this. So anytime, if you have an event going on and you want some outdoor space, feel free to call, because we like to use this space. I would also be remiss if I didn't thank what I have coined Amazing E-Wing. And Kathy Dickinson is our latest addition, so I want to thank Kathy, Linnea Rumhani, Shelley Saban, Arthur Pierce, Bobby Bergeron, and Andrea Mastriani, and the one that always gets forgotten is Tim Smith, because he's always behind the scenes. So what they do for our school and to promote the arts in our city is unbelievable. So no one's here to hear me speak. No one's here to hear me speak. So I'm going to turn it over. I want to thank the students most importantly, because what you do for our student body is you complete everything. You bring this full circle between the arts, academics, and athletics in this building. We have a lot to be proud of. So to our students moving on, our seniors, congratulations. I don't want to hex it, but I did look at the weather and things look okay Saturday morning. So cross your fingers. Thank God we're not going Friday night, because that makes me nervous. So we'll be good to go. But congratulations to our seniors. And I will turn it over to Shelley Saban.
Good evening. Am I loud enough? Can you hear me? Good. Thank you all for coming. This is a night that we look forward to all year long. I just wanted to explain what we're going to do. We're going to start with awards by department, and then we're going to do our college signings. So students who are traveling on to a program within the arts are going to come up and sign. We invite families to come up and stand behind them for photographs. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to Arthur Pierce for his awards.
Good afternoon. My name is Arthur Pierce, and I am the LHS Chorus Director. And these past 4 years have been challenging for all of us. But I think one of the things which has kind of helped us is our ability to make art. And it takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of extra hours. And I am incredibly grateful and proud and humbled to have been the teacher of some wonderful, wonderful young men and women for the past 4 years. I think it's been harder to participate in the arts these past couple of years with the uncertainty due to the pandemic that we went through. So I really admire the dedication of all these students that they had for sticking through and persevering through some very difficult times and for achieving as well as they did. I have 2 special awards to give, but I feel it would not be fair unless we take a moment to acknowledge all the incredible, because they all deserve awards, they really do, but I only have 2 that I can give. So I'd actually like, when I read these seniors, I would like to read all of the seniors' names, and I'd like to have them stand and have them be acknowledged with applause. So we have Johnny Arbo, Danielle Garcia, Alexis Gilmet, Sophie Houle, Aiden LaSalle, Maddie Siciliano, and Shayla Moss. Please stand and be recognized. Thank you. The first award I have to give, this is the second highest award that is given in the choral world. This is an award which is given at high schools across the country. It is the Director's Award for Chorus. And the inscription reads, "In honor of her outstanding contributions and achievements in the Leominster High School vocal program, the Director's Award for Chorus for the 2021-2022 school year is presented to Alexis Gilmet." And my second award, the highest award given, this is only allowed to be given one single award every year at high schools across the country. This is the National School Choral Award. Sorry, one thing I forgot to add. The winners of both the Director's Award for Chorus and the National School Choral Award, their names will be added to the plaque, which is in the chorus room, E302, along with all the winners from past years. So it will live on in perpetuity in E302. So, the National School Choral Award, in recognition of singular merit, ability, achievement, of outstanding contribution to the success of the school vocal program, and an extraordinary degree of loyalty, cooperation, and leadership, the National School Choral Award is hereby conferred upon Sophie Houle. Thank you. And at this point, I'd like to call up my friend and colleague, Leominster High School Band Director, Mr. Bobby Bergeron.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Robert Bergeron, and I'm the band director here at Leominster High School. I have a little message I'd like to share with each and every one of you. And that would be, I invite all you fantastic artists in the class of 2022 to carry this message with you along in the future. Life is about time. The best gift you can ever give to anybody is the gift of your time. Not because it matters in minutes or because it matters in the time you sacrifice of what you're giving, but because every moment you have on this planet counts. Think about the time we have all spent with each other. Think about the countless hours building sets with Tim. Think about staying up late, getting art shows ready for the art department. Or think about those unbearably chilly days at band camp with me every single day throughout August. They weren't that chilly. Most of you, whether you know it or not, you've already started to learn the value of this time. Although those days and those moments may have been tough, something I hope you carry along with you and I hope we can all agree on is that we'll look back at those moments with value. As you move on from Leominster High School, don't just cherish those memories, be inspired by them. And the gift of your time, give that to somebody else. Share your time with others. You are all fantastic artists, and share that with the world. So, I'd like to take a moment and acknowledge some of the people in the instrumental portion of the music department. These remarkable individuals gave me the gift of their time, and I can't wait to see what they do with the rest of their lives in this world. The first award, and just like Mr. Pierce mentioned earlier, all these awards are up on the band room and will be hung up there for the rest of all time. I think the earliest ones I could see are going back to the 1980s. The first award I'd like to add to the list is the Doyle Award. And this is presented to an LHS music student who contributes to the music program's selflessness and tirelessly without seeking recognition. This student also displays dedication, compassion, patience, and leads by example by positively influencing their peers. It is with great pleasure that I award the first award tonight, the Doyle Award, to Daniela Garcia. Introduced in 1955 to the Honor Top High School Student in Band, the John Philip Sousa Band Award recognizes a superior musician and outstanding dedication. It was created with the approval of Helena Sousa Albert and Priscilla Sousa, his daughters, and in honor of the famous band composer. This year's recipient is a regular in both the concert band and the marching band, and his infectious personality is something I will look back on and truly miss. It is with great pleasure that I announce the John Philip Sousa Award to senior Josh Leon. Hey, I dressed up in a suit. I ain't wearing no shoes. That's what I'm gonna miss. That's exactly what I want to miss. No, you just can't. I don't know if the next person was able to make it tonight, but I'm going to announce it anyway. The PFC Jonathan Rowe Burge Award is given in recognition to the dedicated and committed student. They've grown and matured and learned how to contribute not just to the ensembles, but also to society. They have an attitude and enthusiasm that can be nothing shy of infectious. And they have a legacy in this program already in just the short amount of time that they've been here. I would like to acknowledge, and with great pleasure, the PFC Jonathan Rowe Burge Award goes to Olivia Zedalis. She is here. They got mixed up. There it is. Okay. Now some musicianship awards. The Quincy Jones Musicianship Award honors an outstanding student for their creativity and musicianship. In his long career, Quincy Jones has done all such as composing, arranging, performing, producing, and teaching. Every music program has those students who share this boundless energy and musical virtuosity. With his approval, we initiate this award and encourage students to in their pursuit of music. Over the course of the past 3 years, this student and I have not always agreed on things. And I look back on those moments her and I have and come to experience the fact that she has become a much stronger leader and I have become a much stronger leader out of it. This person is going to be greatly missed like every senior, but the lessons that the two of us have together are something special. So I would like to present this award to senior Callie Nelson. I swear they were in order before I got up here. So there they are. This one? Okay. The Louis Armstrong Jazz Award is presented to an outstanding graduating senior in the jazz band. This recipient must demonstrate the highest levels of dedication, loyalty, character, and discipline in all areas of the jazz program. When choosing this recipient, the choice was very obvious to me, and it is with great pleasure that I present this year's Louis Armstrong Jazz Award to Alex Williams. Who also just won first place at a jazz competition as a featured jazz soloist.
Now we're done.
There you go. And now another jazz award. I'm hoping this individual made it. I said that last time and they were here, so maybe it'll work again. The Woody Herman Jazz Award was created in 1988, shortly after Herman's death, to honor an outstanding jazz student. This student has been quite a character in not just the jazz band, but throughout the whole music department. Never drops a beat, an incredible ear for music, and although incredibly soft-spoken, can somehow still find a way to make his instrument, the drum set, sing. His kindness and passion for the art has made him a kind of a staple here in the Leominster Music Program and never fails to get a huge response out of a crowd. And it is with great pleasure to announce this year's Woody Herman Award to George Ralston.
George, over here.
And I technically have two more awards. One is from the Music Boosters, but this is the last one that's going to be plaque up on the wall. The Director's Award for Band honors an outstanding member of this high school band program, selflessly pouring their heart and soul into the concert band, the jazz band, and the marching band. Never complaining, always striving for greatness, and putting themselves before others. Time after time. When I first started here, this individual was quiet, but in a few years, I've gotten to see her grow and blossom into a remarkable leader. Her humor brings a smile to everyone's face the moment she walks in the room, but she can always manage to turn on that game face when she needs to. It is with a lot of pride for me to introduce the award of the Director's Award to Megan Oganowski. And now I would like to bring up a representative from the Leominster High School Music Boosters program, and we're going to announce the winners of this year's Music Boosters Scholarship. Okay, here we go. Cool. You want to hand out these? Oh, I don't. And the first recipient of this year's Music Boosters Scholarship is a band student, is in the jazz band and the marching band, and is Callie Nelson.
All right, the next scholarship from the Music Boosters, and again, Mr. Bergeron and I are so grateful. We couldn't do all the things that we do for the music students without their support. This next scholarship, this is the Rose, I hope I say this last name right, the Rose Goyette Memorial Scholarship is presented to Madeline Siciliano. And our last scholarship, this is the Russ Kruger Scholarship. For those who might not know, Russ Kruger was a grandfather of a band student who talked about Mr. Bergeron's speech about dedicating time, dedicated countless hours to filming all kinds of performances, not just at the high school level, but at the middle school levels, editing the videos together and putting them together on our website. Sadly, he passed this year, and he will forever be missed. But this scholarship presented in his name to Sophie Houle. And now I'm going to turn the mic over to Linnea Romani.
All right, so for the visual arts department, we have 3 awards that we're going to give out this afternoon. And it's just amazing to me to see the crossover between the music, the theater, the art, and how many of these kids are involved in so many different things. So, without further ado, I feel like I should make up a name because Mr. Bergeron had fancy names. Maybe I will. All right, for first, we're going to award something to a student who came in very timid, a little bit nervous about her abilities. I'm not sure she wanted to really dive into things. And as she's gone through the program, she has really blossomed. She has found her confidence, she's found her voice, and is able to express things through a variety of media. So we're just flabbergasted by her growth and her enthusiasm. And so our award for significant technical development goes to Lindsay Kavanaugh. All right, the next recipient, I don't know, I really feel like she's a success story on many levels because she came from a different school and didn't want to come to school. And somebody might have strong-armed her a little bit. And I think from what I observed, having her in 3 classes together, a tremendous amount of growth, a tremendous amount of involvement, dedication, really working at something, sometimes trying to weasel out of stuff, and somebody wouldn't let her. Yeah, so for diligent exploration on a theme, and I would add stick-to-itiveness, this award goes to Alyssa Harris. And then the last student that we are awarding a certificate to is somebody that I got to know as an elementary school student. So I have seen her grow from a little itty bitty into the beautiful young woman she is today. And also I have seen her art develop over those years, and she has been a prolific painter, and she has such vision and such imagination and such creativity. So this award goes to, for excellence in painting, goes to Delija Thao. All right, and with those 3 short ones, we're going to hand it over to the fabulous Andrea Mastriani.
So, it's been a year. Coming back from the pandemic, starting the year masked, not knowing how many shows we were actually going to be able to pull off, if any, there was a lot of uncertainty. Our theater seniors were called on early and often to teach the underclassmen our ways. And while I wouldn't call this particular group the most organized or self-motivated, they all share one very important quality. They are very, very funny. And for this year, that is what we needed the senior class to be. Day after day, this class showed up and they kept everyone positive and laughing, even during the stress of tech weeks when we were all living on fast food and no sleep. You guys created so much magic this year, bringing Hogwarts to life, an incredible cornfield, a factory full of boxes, squirrels, lollipops, and more chocolate bars than I could count. We have laughed, cried, yelled, ate, and slept in that auditorium like the true family that we are. We love you all. We will miss you horribly, but we are so excited to see what comes next for you. Okay, you read them.
Every year, we give the Leominster High School Theatre Company Scholarship to the seniors who have dedicated the most time and effort to the company. Usually we give 4 or 5. This year, we're giving 11. While we could go on for hours about all of the amazing roles they've performed, the crew positions they've held, the thousands of memories we have of each of them, instead we're just going to offer a snapshot of each one. Also, each of these awards comes with a t-shirt, which Miss M is requesting you not look at until everyone has received it. I'm starting? Okay. Is this? Yep. Okay. All right. Our first, excuse me, our first scholarship goes to our Rookie of the Year, the most likely to miss rehearsal due to a head injury, somewhat terrible at arts and crafts, especially corn, Morgan Eldridge. All true.
Okay, wait, we have to take, hold on, wait, just
Slide you over.
We have to take this lovely picture. Good? Okay. Great. Okay, this next award goes to our resident baker. Literally kept us in sweets throughout the year. She's amazing. She could literally open up a bakery. Absolutely wonderful at creating really interesting characters. Just great at character work. So interesting. And it's kind of interesting, I say it, for how sweet she is in real life, because she really does play just a terrifying villain on stage, which is so great to see because it's just not what you expect from her. So our next scholarship goes to Emma Smith.
Our next scholarship goes to someone who was a featured dancer for all 4 years, a dance captain, normally very quiet, but very funny. A true team player, happy to play any role to make a show great. Delia Wood.
This next person can make literally anything, and I mean anything, with their hands. Anything from a vague concept in my head. For the last 4 years, I've basically said, I think I need like a dead body, but it needs to look like it was thrown from a plane. You can do that? Great, go do it. And that's literally all the direction I would give her, and she would create this amazing thing that I never even knew I wanted. It's better than I thought. She's the most likely to murder me on a daily basis, and quite literally one of the most creative and interesting people I have ever met, and that would be Jessie Lee.
All right, our next scholarship goes to someone who is naturally hilarious and a true friend to everybody. Comfortable on stage, backstage, in the booth, basically wherever they're needed. Elizabeth Solis.
I never said it right. But I learned this year. Yep, you're like, that's not right. Okay, so this next person has spent a lot of time in the booth and backstage, but mostly in the booth. We basically call her the booth ambassador, and this year for festival was true to that. Festival, we host 7 other high schools, and we did it twice this year. So we hosted a lot of schools, and she was just amazing with kids who had never really sat at a light board before. In the hour that she spent with them, they pretty much figured it out, which was really cool to see. For someone so insanely organized while running a show, it's truly baffling how many times she has lost her keys in my room. But she always does find them eventually. And her nickname for forever, basically for me, is going to be Light Wizard, because basically I would say, Emily, I need some sort of green light over there. And then she would create it, and it would be awesome. So, Emily Hughes.
Okay. All right, I don't think if I say the name, they're gonna pop up. That would be really surprising. But this next award goes to someone who literally had to do every possible thing this year, was an amazing assistant director, and who, though seemingly innocent, sweet person, has a little mischievous side, and enjoys playing tricks on people and then trying to play up that it wasn't them. She's not here with us today, but Reagan Boulay.
Yes. Okay, our next award is for easily the most gullible of our group, which was really fun for the rest of us for the last 4 years. She is an amazing comic actress. I don't think anyone would doubt that after Willy Wonka. And I would say she's most likely to become the next Miss M. So for the last time calling you this in public, Celia Cece Lohman, get on up here.
All right, this next one goes to an incredible physical actor, someone who's not afraid to try anything on stage, and who probably walked a year's worth of steps just between Miss M's room and Miss R's room getting copies during first period. Izzy Riley.
Okay, this next person is what we would call the Leominster High School Theater Company resident mom / nurse. She literally takes care of everyone. Hyper organized in the absolute best way, because I am not. And a fierce and loyal friend to everyone, Mia Mahoney. Oh, Izzy has it. Izzy took Izzy stole yours. Izzy took two.
All right. Our last one here goes to a strong and confident leader who was the president of the LHSTC, led everybody through what was quite the crazy year. A little bit of a perfectionist, some might say hypercritical, and an amazing character actor and an amazing designer, Ethan Batiste.
Yes, only about corn. Okay. All right, we will now turn this over.
All right. So for this next part of the evening, we are going to be doing the fine arts signings. These are students who are going to be continuing their education in the arts in college and have made a commitment to attend the following universities in the fall. We're going to do the chorus signings first, so I would like to call up to the podium Sophie Houle and her family, please. Sophie will be studying theater performance at the Florida Southern College. I would like to call up Daniela Garcia and family. Daniela will be studying music and business at Worcester State University. I would like to call up Alexis Gilmet and family. Alexis will be studying music education at my alma mater, Anna Maria College. That is it for the chorus signings, and at this point, I would like to call up Ms. Andrea Mastriani.
Okay. So for theater, we just want to say that when you go to school for theater, when you try to go to college for theater, it actually is a much more difficult process than just applying to college, because you have to not only get into the college academically, but then you have to audition and also get in artistically. And many of these programs, acting and design, take anywhere from 4 to 12 kids total each year. So it is really amazing that these kids have gotten into these amazing programs. It's a true test to how hard they've worked and the talent that they have, and we're just so excited for them. So first up, we have Izzy Riley. So Izzy is going to be going to school for acting at Lindenwood University. Okay, next up, we have Ethan Batiste. Ethan is going to be attending Boston University for a BFA in technical and design production. Very good. We shared. Okay. Next. Yep. Next up is Emily Ute. Emily will be attending SUNY Fredonia for theater arts, but a lot of different things. Emily, yours is super. Oh, wow. Design and production, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yes, get her, yeah. Let her get up here. No, it's fine. Someone can read on that. You could. They sent you a lot of things. Oh my goodness. They were very excited.
I can tell. They sent me about 3 million.
Well, they sent you all this way.
Really?
No, we're not kidding.
They
Not
sent
kidding.
you
They sent you
entire
literally
bookstore?
the entire bookstore. Yes.
Oh, this is perfect because I didn't buy any of their merch. They are 4 more years of media. Girl, hold up this. Yeah.
Amazing. Just keep going. Take all of your swag.
Not really.
Okay, next up we have Morgan Eldridge. Next, we have Celia Lohman. Sorry. Morgan's going to the University of New Hampshire to major in theater and secondary ed. And so is Celia. So. Not really much to pull. Yep. Okay. Oh, should I do? Oh, no. I got one more thing to do. Okay. So we have one more thing. So every year for our musical, we compete in the Tammy Awards, which are sort of like the high school Tonys, and they are run by Theater at the Mount. And last year, during the pandemic, they still did the Tammy Awards, and we ended up winning the entire thing. So we won the Tammy Awards, which was very exciting. And with winning the Tammy Awards, one of the things that you get is they give you a 2-year scholarship to the Mount for a student that is going to continue on in the arts. And luckily, they told us we could wait until this year because we didn't have anybody going. And then this year, we, again, didn't have anyone from theater who was planning to go to Theater at the Mount. So at lunch one day, I brought it up at Ewing and said, hey, does anybody else have someone that would like to go to the Mount in the arts? And the art department perked right up and said, we do. And I said, wonderful. And so I'm gonna turn it over to Linnea so she can now tell you about this person, because I have never met him, but I'm very excited about it. You're welcome. There it is.
Awesome. All right, so this person has been with us for a while and brings boundless energy when he comes in the mornings to the art class. He has been with Mrs. Sabin. He's been with Mrs. Dickinson. He has been with Mrs. Romhani. And he is receiving this scholarship to Mount Wachusett. Alex DeMarco. Since I'm up here, I'll go ahead with our signings as well. I would also like to mention for senior night, one of our seniors is also being recognized with the Mary Balducci Scholarship, and that is Delija. So I don't have it for you today. Guidance didn't have it ready for today, so it'll be coming to you for the senior awards. We have 2 students going to the Maine College of Art and Design. We have a representative, Emily, here with us tonight. First is Alyssa Harris. It's in the file. I actually have something for you to sign. hold up your swag and get a good picture. And then also attending the Mecca Maine College of Art and Design in the fall is Jessie Lee. So come on up and sign. All right, and then last but not least, we have Bianca Oliveira, who will be attending Fitchburg State University this fall, and has come over from CTI, but spent a lot of time on E-Wing with the arts, and is going to go places, big places. All right. All right, amazing E-Wing colleagues. Is there anything else that we are covering this evening?
If people would like to do photos afterwards.
Yes. Feel free to come up and take photos with the backdrop. We also have some light refreshment if you're ready for a little nosh, a little nibble. We really appreciate you coming out this evening, spending this time with us, honoring our seniors, and please know that your children make what we do very much worthwhile, and they bring so much light into our lives, and we are so excited to see that light being shared with the rest of the world as they move on. Thank you so much.
Turning sideways, I don't know.